All right, good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Earn while you learn. Freight logistics and freight brokering, freight training, and consulting platform. Today we are, as usual, broadcasting live from here in Avenue 29 here in Tallahassee, Florida, from our designated broadcast studio. We have this area until 1 p.m. And so we're going to be here up until that time, showing you all how we do what we do and where we do it at. Let's go ahead and start sharing our screen so that everyone can see what I'm seeing. All right, get the group started. I want to welcome everybody to us today. How y'all doing? We got a lot of people in the house today. Before I mute the mic, let's kind of go through the little roll call here. We got Janice. How you doing, Janice? We got
Good morning, sir.
We've got Adam. We got Miss Kira Williams. We've got a couple of anonymous here, just on phone calls. We got area code 202-214-305 in the house. We got 937. We've got Adam. We've got Angie. We've got Brandon Shaw. As always, esteemed guest, Mr. Charles Monday. We've got D. We've got some over at Dispatch in the ATL, looks like. We got Elbert. We got Jasmine Jackson. We got Justin. We got Keenan. And we got Miss Ragsdale. We got Miss Linda Brown in the house. Hey, Miss Brown, how you doing? We got Manny DeCastro. Castro, how you doing? We got Martina. We got Rodney George, Tony Watts.
What's happening?
Zoe Henderson. Not to mention a bunch of others that are coming on and logging on. Welcome all you all latecomers, newcomers, and early risers. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, good morning. Let me go ahead and mute everyone so that so we won't have the background noise. But before I do that, let me let you all know something. If I seem a little bit off my game, I'm kind of dealing with some stuff. My cousins, who look like brothers. I mean, I don't really have any brothers, but me and my cousins, we all grew up in the same, pretty much in the same house. So they're like my brothers. And one of them passed unexpectedly a couple of days ago. So we're kind of going through that and doing some stuff with the family and stuff right now. So please excuse me if I seem a little bit off or a little bit distracted. I guess that's a better word, but I just wanted to let y'all know that. And but let's go ahead and get through this training and get through this session today, and get you all some good information, some good things that are coming up here and everything. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the mic so everyone can won't have that background noise. And if you have a question, be sure to type it in, or just ask the question, and I'll unmute yourself and ask the question, and I'll try my best to get back to it. Okay? One moment. All right, everyone is now muted. I want to take this time to welcome our guests from Facebook. We do have our Facebook live stream up. If you all are joining us on Facebook, we appreciate y'all. You all are here. You got your bird's eye view. You kind of look down over everything to see how we're conducting. So you all are not with us on our share screen live, but you all are live on Facebook with a bird's eye view. Today we don't have any guests in the studio. Not here live today. We don't have any guests, but hopefully next week we should have plenty of guests because we've gotten some words that some people are going to be showing up next week. Some people have given me their commitments that they will be here live in the studio next week. So let's get started. All right. As you all know, we always start out with our what? With our website. This is our website. Before we get started, let's go over some things. All right. Everybody who has submitted their profile setup, if you submitted it correctly, let me repeat this. If you submitted it correctly, according to the instructions, if you followed the instructions and you submitted it correctly to the correct email address, which is dispatch@rbbstransport.com, that is the only email address where you can send that in and have that process. If you sent that to me on Facebook, and didn't send it to that email address, it did not get processed. If you send it to one of our other email addresses, like the training website or the training email address, and didn't send it over to the dispatch at RBBStransport.com, it did not get processed. If you send it to my personal email address, or if you text it to me, it did not get processed because the instructions said that from here on out, all emails will be forwarded to dispatch at RBBStransport.com with the exception of you all's group and shared email address and the referrals. Referrals are all the ones that go over to the training site. The training is the email that you all receive, that you all receive your download and your training materials and your study guide material in. That's the email for that. Other than that, all things that are pertinent to setting up your profiles, processing your loads, anything to do with sending in confirmation sheets, any documents, anything you need to send in, it's got to go through dispatch at RBBStransport.com. So if you sent your profile setup information there and you sent it over correctly, it got processed and it was emailed back to you. When you receive that back, it is not going to come back from dispatch at RBBStransport.com. On the heading, it is going to say, I think it's RBBS or invoice processing at RBBS or RBBS invoice processing at Outlook.com. I think that's the email address you all get that back from. I really don't have a whole lot to do with the things that come into that email address. That is where the interns process everything out of there. That's where our invoice processing is done. That's where your setup is done for when you book your load. That's when you send in your things to send over your carrier invoicing. All that is done through there. Let me let somebody in. Give me a second. Where did he go? Oh, he's over here. I'll be right back. Hold on. Give you nothing yet. Showing it up. Oh. Okay, I apologize. That was a false alarm. That was the cable guy. He was getting in the trying to do some work on the cable, and he didn't know that we were broadcasting. But anyway, sorry about that. But like I said, if you send it over to the right email address, if you did it properly, it got processed there. So that's the email address where all of our processing goes on. The interns really work exclusively from that email address. So the correspondence you all have there, most of the time would be with them through that portal. Sometimes I'll get on there if they call me and they say there's a problem with something, or they need me to send them something, or to call someone. That's when I usually get anything in or send anything from that email address personally. All right. Some of you have been confusing your profile logins with your back office login. All right. We said in last week's video, your back office area. To log into your back office, we're going to go over this real quick. Your profile setup is separate from your back office login. Okay? Let me explain this. When you send in your information for your profile setup, that is to set up your toll-free number, get your extension to your toll-free number. Matter of fact, let me pull that up for you all right now. Let me pull up one that we actually did and sent back to you all. Hold on here, Outlook. Let's go pull it up. Let's get into that dispatch area Let's sign out of this. Where is this? All right, let's sign out of this and get you all into that dispatch area. All right, let's sign in to dispatch. Please forgive my looking at the screen like this because y'all know my eyes are messed up and my new glasses won't be back for another 2 weeks, and they can't do my eye surgery, my laser surgery, until this infection completely clears up, which it has not completely cleared up in my left eye. So please forgive me for being up close in front on the screen like this. All right. Here is what, let's find one here. Matter of fact, let's find one here that is relevant because someone, I think we got someone in here. Let's find Miss Brandy. Let's find Miss Brandy. I think she's in here. Is it? Brandy, what's your email address real quick? Just type it to me real quick. Miss Brandy Shaw. So she's asking the question, how can I get my email, fax, and 4-digit number? So send it over. Let's deal with that. Brandy, I know you're on here. So send me your email address. Just type it into the little text box here. Thank you. There we go. All right. Let's find you. Brandy. I have nothing from you. Hold up. Coming from that email address. That might be why you haven't received anything, Brandy. Hold on here. Let's try this again. Let's try this spam mail. What came in from spam? And nothing from you in spam mail. Let's try if I send anything out to you. Okay, that might explain the problem, Brandon. Do you have did we send you your toll-free numbers and stuff back to you? Unmute yourself real quick and talk to me. Because if you send it in, it would be in here, because this is the email address that we instruct you all to send everything into. Okay, but all right, so you haven't received anything because we haven't received a request from you. That's why. Now, I don't know where you're sending it to, but you're not sending it to this email address, okay? You're going to have to send it to dispatch@rbbstransport.com. Matter of fact, I'm going to type it in here for you again real quick. It's going to have to go to dispatch@rbbstransport.com. All right, that's the email address that it has to go to. Okay, if you're sending it to me in any other email address, it's not going to get processed. All right, but everyone who sent in their request to this email address, it is in here because, as you can see here, if we go through and pull up some of the stuff, Mr. Federico, he sent his in, okay, and this is what he sent in. All right, and I'm going to show you all what we send back out. And this is what we send back out, okay? So when you send it in, because as you can see, when he sends stuff in, when stuff comes in, and they process it, this is what they send back out, all right? Now, explain to y'all how you do your numbers. When you get it, it's going to say your phone numbers, okay? You got your 2 toll-free numbers here. These are your 2 toll-free numbers. They're 844-722-552 and 866-973-6445. Those are your toll-free numbers. Your extension goes with those toll-free numbers. Here, down here has your extension, which is 7, for Mr. Federico, his extension is 7148, okay? Fax number is the one that's the 850-583-5384. Now, what this is basically is these 2 toll-free numbers are forwarding toll-free numbers. When you put in your extension, your calls are going to go to the number you gave us to forward those calls to. In this case, this is the number he gave us to forward calls to. This is what number that we're going to be. He's going to hand out. He's going to put on his business card. He's going to put on his flyers. He's going to send them out in post. He's going to give everybody these numbers here. And then when they call in, it's going to forward to his number. Your cell phone number, your home number, whatever number you gave us to forward your calls to, that's where those calls are going to come in at. Okay, but they can't see your personal number. All they see is your toll-free number. All right? Now, this is your extension. This is your fax number. When they fax you stuff, the faxes will come to an email, and it will be converted to an email and sent out to the email address you have us to forward your emails to. This is what you say is forwarding address. That's the email that your faxes will come back in on. And that is also the email that when you pass out your dedicated domain email address that we give to you, it's going to tell you right here, your email address this is the one we give you, and type is a forwarding email, and the address of where it's going to be forwarded to, that is the email address you want us to forward your emails to and to forward your faxes to. All right. This is separate. You receive this back when you send us this. When you send us hold on here. Yeah, when you send us this, and this is the form that we send out to you all. We give y'all all this form, and it tells you right here that starting today, all emails will be sent to this email address, dispatch@rbbstransport.com. And it tells you this is how you need to format it, and actually this is the stuff you need to send over to us so we can set up your and this is how your emails need to be formatted. Okay? And then they send you back this after they process it and got you set up and everything. All right. That is how that process works. But it must go into dispatch@rbbstransport.com. If it doesn't go into there, it's not going to get processed, plain and simple. All right? So if yours does not get processed, please resend it back over to us at that email address, the information that we need, and then they will get it processed. Now, if you're just sending it back over, it's not going to get processed today. You will get it on Friday with everyone else's that comes in, because they process them all and they send them all out at one time. Okay, that's just how it's done. Don't get mad at me because the instructions are there, and I know it may not be your fault, but it's not their fault either if they didn't receive it. So they can't process something that they do not receive. So, but they will get to it this week. If you send it over, they will get to it and they will get it processed. And that's all I can tell you. All right. But let's see here. Okay, Brandon says she's on the site. You never got that form. Okay, all right. That form was sent out to everybody. Hold on here. Facebook page. If you're a part of our, there you are right there. If you're a part of our chat group, I don't know if you're on the chat group or not. You may not be on the chat group. That might be the problem. If you're on the chat group, you should have received it. And you may not be in the chat group, Brandy, but let me see if you are in the chat group. I'm trying to see if you are in the chat group. If you're not, I'm adding you right now. I know this is a little bit out of the ordinary, but we've had a lot of problems this week with people calling up about this. So, nope, Brandy, you're in the chat group, Brandy. Unless that's a different Brandy. Might be a different Brandy. I may have put in a different Brandy show in the chat group. That might be the case. No, that's her. Okay. That's you, the one at the top, right? At the very top. That's you right here, right? That says added. All right. That's you right there. All right. So, yeah, you're in the chat group. You're in the chat group, so you should have seen, if you're in the chat group, you should have seen this. In fact, let me find it here for you real quick. those of you who did receive yours, resend them in, and we'll get them processed. But make sure you send them in to the right, the right area. But if you're in the chat group, you should have received we got a lot of stuff going on in this chat group. For those of you who don't know, this is our chat group, and as y'all can see, that chat group is active all the time. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in that chat group, and it's all related to helping people find loads and get what they need and get the answers to the questions that they have. It's all done right here in this chat group. But it's up here in this, people posting loads and rates and things like that. All types of stuff are in this chat group. But I'm going to have to find it, because there's so much stuff going on in the chat group right now. I'll be here all day just trying to find that, scrolling all the way back up. But it's all there. All right. As far as logging into your back office area, this is the procedure for logging into your back office area, which is separate. Okay, logging into your back office area, make sure that when you come here, you're going to go to Dispatcher Tools and Resources. When you go to Dispatcher Tools and Resources, it's going to ask you this. If this is your first time trying to get into the back office, guess what? You don't have a login. So don't do this. Don't put your email address in here and you put in a password and then you click log in. That's not going to get you in. Okay, what you got to do is go down here where it says don't have an account, sign up. If it's when you're first coming in, you don't have an account. You don't have a login, so you got to create one. So you got to hit the sign up button. A lot of you were coming in and you were putting in information here and then trying to hit log in. How are you going to log in if you don't have a login? What we meant by use the same email address, when setting up your account where it says sign up, you're going to use the exact same email address that you enrolled with, because this system is going to cross-check your enrollment email address with the email address you're trying to use to access the back office. And if it's not the same email address, it is not going to approve you. Okay? If it's not the same email address you're enrolled with, it is not going to approve you. Because what we don't want is someone who is not enrolled, someone who has not taken that required quiz, basic knowledge quiz. We don't want them in the back office because they're not supposed to be there. So for one thing, our liability shoots way up the roof if we let someone in who has not passed that basic knowledge exam. Because then they can say, well, you know, they gave us access to this stuff. We went in and used it. We didn't know anything about, you know, the rules and regulations because we never took an exam. If they do something outside of what we're supposed to be doing, and if they get sued, guess what? We get sued too. Okay? Because why? We let you in. We gave you the information. We didn't tell you. We didn't give you all the proper vet. We didn't vet you the proper way. Okay? So, but when you come into this back office area, you got to first sign up, and then when you sign up with that email address, don't do it with Facebook. Do it with the email address you create your account with. You did your oh shoot, my mind is everywhere today. You did your enrollment with. Make sure you use that email address, and then come back about 10 to 15 minutes later. Sometimes, depending on when you did it. If you did it at night or on the weekend after business hours, it may be an hour or two before it approves you, because someone from one of the interns has to actually physically go in and look at it and verify it. So if you're doing it during the week, during business hours, it will happen pretty quickly. Your approval will happen within minutes, sometimes within a few seconds. But if you're doing it after hours and on weekends, outside of regular normal business hours, it could take up to an hour to an hour and a half. All right. But once you are in, then you come back and then you log in, and it's going to take you right over to where we are. All right. Which is the back office area for the tools and resources. Okay. A lot of stuff going on this week. Mr. Charles Mundy has a platform that we've been working with him on. Okay. Mr. Monday has been working on a platform. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Monday is one of our students. He came in to this about, Charles, how long you been with us now? About what, maybe 60 days? If that? I know you were a little bit over halfway on the 90-day mark. So, yeah, Charles has been with us for about 60 days. Not a very long time, but long enough. And he has progressed pretty quickly. He grasped the concept, he grasped the platform and the system, and his mind has started firing on some different levels. He's starting to fire up some stuff that's that we like to say is a little bit different way of thinking, and he's starting to catch that entrepreneurial spark
out of the box.
One of the goals of our platform, of our training and consulting. This is why consulting is so much more important than just sending you a book of stuff or some stuff to read and things like that. Not saying that type of stuff is not important, which it is, but if you're trying to help someone develop, help someone to learn this business and develop and truly be prosperous in this business, you gotta consult with them and consult with them on their level, where they're at. That's why a class does not work for a large number of people. So anybody who's going to a class and they went and there's one type of training or one set of instructions are supposed to be good for everybody, that is doomed to fail. Okay, this is why we have the consulting part. So when we see each of you starting to develop into a certain way, that chat group is used for like many purposes. That chat group is also a tool for us to monitor you and to gauge where you're at, because you're in that chat group and you're letting us know what level you're at. How are you understanding what we're putting out and what we're trying to teach you? Some of you are catching it right away. Some of you have some areas that you need some work in, and we see that in the chat group. And when we see that, a lot of times, as you all have noticed, we will call you up right there on Facebook while you're in the chat group. You may ask some questions, and you may not be getting the answers you need, or you may be expressing some anxiety over something, and then all of a sudden, bam, your Facebook phone will ring. Your Facebook page will ring. Well, that's us, because we're calling to find out what the problem is. We're calling to see if there's any kind of way that we can help you solve that problem, that we can get you back on track, that we can get you to understand on what it is you're not understanding. And in doing so, we're also gauging your level.
Sandy gonna move that.
See, somebody's got their mic open. And,
no, I asked you because you said.
And I can hear all your TV conversations and everything in the background. All right. So if you got your mic open, turn your TV set off.
Somebody's gonna went to Dallas.
Okay. Either somebody's not recognizing that the TV set is on.
There were 2 days, and then y'all have to leave.
About it. If you ever unmute your mic, please make sure you got everything turned off. I mean, you may not think it's loud, but I'm telling you, it comes through real loud on these mics, and it's very disruptive. So make sure you turn that off. But as we're monitoring that chat group, and we're looking at you all, and we're looking at what you all are posting and what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish, we're also evaluating you. We're evaluating you to see what level you're at and how we need to proceed as far as helping to bring you along when we do our private consultation. And I've had plenty of consultation with Mr. Monday, as he would tell you. We've had plenty of conversations with him, because what happens is we look at some stuff and then we try to steer you in the way that we feel that your strengths are. Okay. With that being said, a lot of you have reached out to Mr. Monday because he has developed an expertise for finding freight. That is his expertise. He has taken that expertise and he has actually built a platform around that expertise. Now, Charles, I don't know what you're going to call this, but he's got some ideas in mind. This is a rough draft of what his service is. We find the freight, you book the load, we share the profits. Okay, that is his platform. That's what he has developed. Okay, that's what he has developed. And as y'all can see here, down here it says, greetings everyone. This is Charles, owner and dispatcher of Exodus Logistics LLC, an up-and-coming dispatching firm specializing in building good and lasting relationships with dispatchers, carriers. This load search platform is designed for those dispatchers that are having a difficult time finding good loads for their contracted carriers. Don't mean to misrepresent your words there, Charles. My strategy is simple. I find the freight, you book the freight, we share the profits. Coming from the National Dispatchers Network platform, those dispatchers' rates will be in accordance with the rates of the network. Independent dispatchers who are outside of the network but need assistance, those rates vary. Please contact me, 757-515-1684, or email me at exoduslogistics@yahoo.com for more details. Thank you. Now, what he means by if you're in the platform, I know that some of you have been on the chat group and you have asked him, how much do you charge? Well, if you're in the platform, that's already taken care of. If you are within our network, that is already taken care of. Mr. Monday's fee comes out of that same 10% that we pay you out of, but you still get your same 5%. So if you're in our network, his service to you is basically free of charge for you. Why? Because we take care of him out of that. Okay, that comes out of our half. We don't take that from you all. Okay, so because you all are bringing the carrier, he's finding the load, you're still getting your same 5% of that 10%. You're still getting your same half of the dispatch fee. Okay, so this is basically just like we said, with this whole network thing is built on us giving away stuff and then you sharing the profits when you bring stuff back. Okay, so when we bring this to the table, or when you bring something to the table, you are practicing the giveaway, and that's what Charles is also doing. He is practicing the giveaway. He is bringing this to the network. He and we, primarily him, he is giving it to you. Okay, he is giving it to you, his service. So if you have trucks, if you have carriers, and they're looking for loads, and you find that you're having difficulty finding loads, or that may not be your forte. Your thing is you may be great at signing on carriers. You may be absolutely great at signing on carriers, calling them up, getting them to sign that dispatch agreement, doing the follow-up, and you got that down pat. But when it comes to trying to find them loads, you may not be so great at that. Or you may have a carrier who's in a difficult spot in one of those areas that we call no man's lane, and you may not know how to use all the different load boards that we have, because we have a lot of load boards. We give you a lot of access to a lot of stuff. So if you haven't quite figured out your niche as far as how to search all those load boards, if you're not really good at that, or you just may not have the time in the day, you may be working a second job, you may have the kids you have to deal with, you may have other things that are taken away from your attention that you can't do all of that. So here comes Mr. Monday, hopping along like Mr. Bunny Tail, and he says, hey, you having problems finding them loads? Don't worry about it, I got you. Let me handle that for you. So then you call him and say, hey, Charles, I got a guy down in Miami, Florida, in Hialeah, and he's trying to get out. I can't seem to find anything for him. What you got? Then Mr. Monday, he goes to work. He says, okay, I'm on that. I'm on that. Like John Shaft, I got you. Okay? Charles, he's already got the bald head. Y'all know Charles got that bald head already. So he like John Shaft. He say, I got you. So he goes to work. He goes to work. He pulls out all his tools. He's got all his load boards up. I don't know how he's doing. He probably got some big screen computer at home and got all these different load boards up, looking like something out of Star Trek. He's probably going through them, looking for what he's looking for. He finds loads that are compatible with what you want. He calls you back and says, hey, got a load for you. This is the load. This is the broker. This is the number. Go call him. Book that load. Have a nice day. Now, you get the load you want. Your carrier gets running. He runs the load. You send us all the invoice paperwork and stuff. Now, when you send us all the paperwork to invoice your carrier after that load has been picked up, dropped, and paid to the carrier, now you want us to invoice them, you send us that invoice. In that stuff that we're going to be asking you for, to include with that, including your name, phone number, email address, your carrier's name, phone number, email address, and DOT number, your broker's name, phone number, email address, MC number, the load information. And another piece of information that we want is where did you get this load from? Or who did you get this load from? Or where did this load originate from? If it came from Charles Monday, you would say, I got this load from Charles Monday. By the way, Charles, you got a load that's going to be delivered probably on Wednesday. I think, who is it? Carolyn load that she got from you? And due to be dropped on Wednesday. So we've already filled out the invoice paperwork. We're just waiting for it to drop because that is a cash on a COD. And so,
right, I remember. I got the email from you too.
Yeah, so you assisted her with finding that load, so you're going to be getting your 2.5% of the load fee from that as well.
Okay.
And the other one was supposed to be paid yesterday. The due date was yesterday, so we give them until 3 days after the due date. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday is his due date on the one you did with Mr.
Michael Worley.
Yeah, Mr. Worley. Okay. And that's when you found for him. Now, as you all can see, this works. As you all can see, this works. This is what you get when you plug into a network, and this is how our network is meant to operate. Now, that's Charles's. That is his business that he has set up. That we have helped to, bring him into focus and set up his business. Now he's in the process of developing this brand. Like I said, this is just a rough draft, okay? And he's probably going to come up with, we're going to be working with him to come up with a little bit more formidable presence that we're going to be putting out he's going to be putting out and branding on social media, all across social media, and doing some YouTube videos and things to promote his brand. All right. Now, with that being said, you all can do some of the same things. Because look, in our back office area, we have an area here. So now, if you all are looking for loads and you're having trouble finding loads, call Mr. Monday. He's good at what he does. Okay, he finds loads. That's what he does. Okay, he finds freight, and it's not going to cost you anything for him to do that because you are within the network. Because here's how it works. Also, each and every last one of you can also do what? You can bring load boards to our back office area. Okay, Miss Sharita, is it Miss Sharita Mitchell? Is that who it is? Miss Mitchell, are you on here today? Who was it that brought? Okay, did you? Was it you that I talked to about the hopper item loads?
No, sir, that wasn't me.
Okay, it wasn't you.
No.
Talk to someone. No, not hopper bottom loads. It was about a.
Mine's Greenway.
Yeah, thank you. The 800 loads.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Approximately 800 loads. She is going to be bringing to the table approximately 800 loads. Is it per week or per day?
It's actually going to be per day.
All right. So she is bringing approximately 800 loads per day to the network. Okay. All right. We need to, in order to keep this contract, because she has a deal worked out with, and that's through a direct shipper, right?
Yes, sir, that is.
All right. And that is through a direct shipper, so there's no broker involved. All right. This is through a direct shipper. And these are great paying loads. She's actually shown me some of the figures on some of them, and they're averaging around $290 to $350 per mile. Is that not correct, Ms. Mitchell?
That is correct.
Okay. So those loads are averaging between $290 and $3.50 per mile. Great loads. Great loads. In order for us to secure that contract and keep it, they're going to be trying us out on a trial basis from my understanding. But in order for us to keep that contract, we need to book at least 20 to 25% of those loads each week. Okay? So you're looking at about 80 to 100 loads that we need to book each week. That's a lot of loads, by the way, in case y'all didn't know. Yeah, like Miss Katrina Williams said, that's money, money, money. Exactly, that's money, money, money. That's a lot of loads. Now, when you all go out and you secure these types of contracts and you bring them to us, and a lot of these loads, from my understanding, are repeat loads. They're almost like dedicated. So you got to be able to offer some great freight to some carriers out there who are looking to run some loads. This is why we're trying to fast track our carrier authority, so we can start leasing on carriers and have more carriers that we can actually dispense these loads out to. Okay, this is why we're trying to fast track our carrier authority. All right, but that is a great contract. My hat off to Ms. Mitchell. Great work. My hat off to Charles Mundy. Great work. We've got quite a few people who are booking freight. Got some loads that are ready to be invoiced. You're all doing really great work. For those of you who are hitting the bushes and you're trying to get your carriers to sign your dispatch agreements, look, go back and read over our script. Okay, how much money do you need in order to move your truck? How much money do you need to move your truck? Go back and watch the videos on us doing the presentation on that, and watch how we present it. And so we've got some examples where we do some role playing. We show you how that is to be presented. Sometime later on today, in this broadcast, I will go over that script again and how I present it, and give y'all some stuff, some follow-up tips on how to follow up, because it is the follow-up that is really going to get them to sign that dispatch agreement. That's what's really going to do it. Okay, but in these loads that we're talking about with Sarita, we're going to be working with her this week to get those out and get those presented to everyone. Also, everyone in our network, you have access to a lot of load boards. We have posted here in the back office area access to 901 free load boards. If you all didn't notice, 901 free load boards that we posted here in the back office area that you all have access to. Now, I'm not going to say all these load boards are great load boards, but as you all know, Charles Money has gone through them. Some other people have gone through them. There are a lot of good load boards in this batch. There are some that's not worth anything. I'm not going to lie to you. But there are some in here that are great, and they have some good paying freight, and I like the way their load boards, a lot of them are set up. So go through them, use them. Also, remember, if you're getting loads from a direct shipper, if you go out and you find loads, all right, if you get permission from them to post those loads on load boards, you can go into the load boards that we give you access to, okay, like Truckers Path and things like that. The Truckers Path, All Freight Connect, and we're going to be bringing some more to the table. You can post those, you can post them yourself. You don't have to send them over to us and for us to post them, because you have access to the load board. Just go in there and post the loads. That's all you got to do, go in and post the loads. That way, and then when you want someone to contact you directly to ask about that load, you can put in your information as far as who they contact. You can put there in the note section, contact such and such at extension such and such. Okay? So you all can post loads. And when you post loads, what they're going to do? That's going to generate more calls for you, because now you got the carriers out there who are looking at the load board, they're seeing your load on the load boards. So feel free to go in and post those loads. Let me go over some of the questions that we got in the back office in the chat group. All right. Yes, Rita, you are trying to be a big dog like Charles Mundy. But both of y'all are doing great. But this just shows you the many different aspects and the opportunities that are available to you once you start to develop your niche and start to develop your entrepreneurial mindset. And that's what this platform is for, is to help you all to come along and to develop and become good at what you do. Now, any of you, as I mentioned before, any and all of you can go out and find load boards that we don't already have in our back office area. If you find load boards and you bring them to the network and you give those load boards out to the network, guess what? If anybody books a load from the load board, because when they book loads and their trucks run them, one of the questions that's going to be asked is what? Where did you get the load from? Where did the load originate from? And if it originated from one of the load boards that you gave us access to, in other words, you got the account, you brought it to us, say, hey, here's the load board, we're going to put it in the back office, we put that in the back office, and then they go out and book loads from your load board, guess what? You're going to get 2.5% of that load fee too. Because when we got that 10% dispatch fee. The person who brings the truck, the person whose carrier, the dispatcher whose carrier runs that load gets their full 5%. If you bring the load, or if you bring the load access, or if you bring the access to the load in any way, shape, or form, if you brought the load and they got that load from you, or bill your access, you get 2.5%. And then we get 2.5% to round up that whole 10%. Okay, does everyone understand that? Does everyone understand that? Okay, all right, great. Great. All right, because this is the network. This is the giveaway system that we practice, and our network is set up so that everyone can profit from the network on many different levels, and this is why it's set up that way. All right. If you go out and get a contract with a direct shipper and you bring loads in, you give those loads to the network, same thing. Their carrier runs the load, they get the 5%. Your loads were the ones that got ran, you get the 2.5%, we get 2.5%. Now, once you decide to leave our network, let's say you got to the point where you're ready to break off on your own, you don't need us to hold your hand anymore. You don't need them training wheels no more. You like, nah, Dad, I don't want you to hold me no more. I got this. Leave me alone. Nah, get your hand off my bicycle. I got this. Take them training wheels off too, by the way. You know, I'm grown now. I don't need no training wheels. All right. So when you get to that point when you feel like you're grown and you don't need our training wheels, you don't need our assistance anymore, then you go out and get your own load boards and things like that. But guess what? You can still come in and utilize the network. The only difference is when you utilize the network, right? You come in now, you utilizing the network, then you're still getting your same amount of money because, well, you're still getting your percentage. Why? Because you're using the network. Do you all understand that? If you're in the network, you still got to pay our network members. All right? Because remember, they're running the loads and they're getting that 10%. And then you're still going to get your cut because you're using the network. Okay? But anything outside of the network, you keep all that to yourself. So if you develop your business and you go out and you book loads, outside the network, when you book loads and stuff like this and that, then, you don't have to pay me or us anything because you are your own business now. Okay? It means you're outside of the network, but whatever you use sources within the network. If you book a load with someone within our network, that network member is getting 10% from the carrier, which they are splitting with us, which means that network member still has to get their same 5%. Has to still get their same 10%. So they're going to get that from their carrier. The carrier is going to pay them anyway, right? They get their 5%, and we're going to pay you your 2.5%. We're going to keep our 2.5% because they're still sharing money with us. Because they're within the network. So you're still getting your money. You're still getting your same 2.5%, even though you are outside of the network, if you use one of our network members. Now, if you don't use one of our network members, if you charge them 10%, 7%, 12%, all that's yours. Okay? As long as you're not using one of our network members. Okay? As long as you're not accessing one of our network members, then whatever you do outside of the network, all that is yours. You don't have to pay us anything on that anymore. All right? But that's how we're set up. We're set up to get you to a point to where you can go out on your own. You're not meant to be here and ride on, and ride on training wheels for the rest of your life. We're not meant to bring you in and keep you locked in with us for the rest of your life. We're here to teach you all how to be independent and go back out there and do this on your own. All right? All right. Let's go into some quick back office training here real quick while we're here. Once you get into the back office area, of this website. Now, the other part of this website you use just to promote yourself. If you are, let's go back out here real quick. If you don't have your own website, this is what you will use to promote yourself. Send them over to RBBStransport.com. By the way, that email address is changing. Yeah, we were supposed to get that done this week, but as I said before, I had some things that tragically came up dealing with my family and stuff. So, got really got set back. But we're going to try to get back on track this week. But we're going to get that email address, we're going to get that website address changed from RBBStransport.com to dispatchnetwork.com. Is what we're going to get it transferred to dispatchnetwork.com. That's going to be the new website address, and we'll let everyone know when that happens. We did, if some of you are getting calls from some of your carriers, okay, we've got a lot of people in our network. A lot of people. We even got some students who are no longer students who still get emails from us. So what we did was we suspended sending out the loads by email to everyone. We suspended that while we are doing some background work to find out who is all still active. There's some carriers that we've been sending stuff out to, and carriers have not been running any of the loads, or at least they have not been notifying us that they ran any of the loads or anything like this and that, or we've sent some stuff out to a bunch of dispatchers and they're getting stuff every day, but they're not booking anything. So we're doing some background work to find out if they're just not booking anything, or if they are in fact booking some stuff and not telling us about it some kind of way. Okay? Now, if the latter is happening, just expect to hear from our law firm. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. If that latter part is happening, expect to hear from our law firm, and it's not going to be a friendly call. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, because look, everyone joined this network because we offer a lot, and we live up to our end of the bargain. Our end of the bargain is we provide you with everything you need. We provide you with tools, resources, access. And we do all this, and we don't have you to pay for any of it for the most part. So we provide our part. So the second part of that is when you use that and you make money, that you come back and you share that with us. Now, if you're not doing that second part, then we're going to make sure that we get you away from that first part. Okay? Because that's just how it is. And that's what's right, and that's what's fair. Because, as you all know, I put a lot into this platform. I mean, a lot. I mean, you all get more of my time than anybody. And that is no over-exaggeration at all. You all get more of my time than anyone on the face of the planet right now. I mean, when I get up in the morning and I put my headset on at 7 o'clock, 6:30, my headset does not, I literally have to walk around with my phone in my pocket plugged into my headset, but my headset does not come off until about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And even then, I'm picking up phone calls from people who are calling at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning during the week. So, and you all know what I'm talking about. If I'm on Facebook, if I happen to jump on Facebook at 2 in the morning, I may get up, go to the restroom, and just open up my computer and go on Facebook just to see what's going on. Guess what? As soon as I get on there, I'm getting ring. I'm getting inbox calls. I'm getting inbox messages from students who are up and in that chat group, and they are ringing me. They are calling me. They are asking me questions. They even pick up the phone and call me on the phone because they see my thing on Facebook lights up. So when I tell you all, I devote more of my time to you all than anybody else on the face of this planet. That's exactly what I mean. Okay? And that is no joke. That is no lie. That is no exaggeration. Okay, I literally answer about 100 to 150 calls every single day. Okay, some of them may slip through and go to voicemail, but guess what? I try to call you back. If it's not calls on the phone, it's calls on Facebook. Okay, if it's not calls on Facebook, it's emails. If it's not emails, it's text messages. If it's not text messages, it's the instant message. So, yeah, I'm probably the most accessible person on the planet. But that's what I chose. This is the business that I chose. This is my platform. Now, I chose this. Okay, so that's just how it is. All right. Let's continue on. All right, this is the area that you use to promote your business. Okay, to promote your sales. Now, we update this. This is the area here. Tells you all about who we are. You know, how we value the owner operators and how you're dedicated. Our network is dedicated to owner operators because it's built by owner operators. How we find the loads at the money that they want to receive, that they need to make their truck profitable, and find the loads in the places that they want to go. And it goes on and on about that. Then down here has all of our departments and where all of you all are eventually listed. Now, do we update this every week that we add new people? No. Okay? And we're not going to start doing it every week because we have a lot of people that come on every week. So what we do is we update this once per month. Okay? Yes, we add you all to our network and we give you your toll-free numbers and your profiles each week for all the people that come on, but we update this once per month, and it's usually around about the 15th, between the 15th and the 18th of the month is when we update this. So if you're not on this list yet, okay, don't panic. Don't flood my inbox. I'm not on the website list. I'm not on this. So don't flood me with that, okay? Come around about the 15th, by the middle of the month, it will be updated again. Then we'll add everybody who's not on there. And all we do is we go to Grasshopper. We look at the ones that we added. Because if you go to Grasshopper, our Grasshopper account, it has all of you all listed on there. So you all are on our phone rolls, just that we haven't added you to the actual website yet. But we will add you on the 15th. Okay, because we update this once a month. If there's any changes that need to be made, we update those too around about the 15th. Okay, and we are getting ready to start embedding your website links into your extension postings here. Okay, which brings me to this point. If you got your profiles in, okay. If you all got a thing from Grasshopper, so once we set you all should get something from Grasshopper. If you're calling in to set up your personal voicemails for your extension, you call the number, you put in your extension. When it rings your extension, you do not answer, and then when it goes to the little voicemail or little holding setting, whatever, I think you click *#. If you click *#, then you follow the instructions. It will tell you how to set up your voicemail. It's either *# or #. Try it a couple of times and you'll get it. But that's how you set up your voicemail. If it's asking you for when you all are calling me and asking about a PIN number, I don't think that PIN number is for you all. I think that's for us who owns the account. But if you've been asked to provide your PIN number, send us an email at dispatch@rbbstransport.com and it say need my Grasshopper PIN number, and then they will look it up for you and they will send you your Grasshopper PIN number if you have one. Now I'm not saying that you do have one, but I'm saying that if you've been asked that by Grasshopper, you may have one. So if that's the case, send us a request at dispatch@rbbstransport.com, and then the interns will check into it and see if you have one. And if you have one, they will send that back to you. Okay, so let's try that and see if that works on the PIN number type thing in situation for your Grasshopper. All right, so I'm just going over some stuff that's been coming up during the week. People have asked me about, so I'm trying to cover all that in this session because we had a lot of stuff that was going on this week, and I got behind on some stuff. But we're trying to cover that real quick here. All right. But this is where all your names and your extensions go, and we update this once per month around about the 15th, around 15th and 18th. All right. Back into the back office area. We're going to go back here. All right. For those of you who are new, if you want to know about your carrier dispatch service agreement, we go over this extensively in our orientations. So our orientations are posted online. They're posted in our YouTube channel. So go back to our YouTube channel and pull up one of the orientation videos, and it tells you all about this. Okay? All about our dispatch service agreement. It goes through it line by line, step by step, word by word. It explains your whole dispatch agreement. Okay? So go back, and that's what those videos are for. So make use of them. Our YouTube channel, I'm going to give it to you all right now, as a matter of fact. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Our YouTube channel. I'm going to give it to you all right now. Because a lot of you have, because a lot of y'all come to the chat group and you're asking, and don't get me wrong, we don't mind you asking questions in the chat group. But what we don't want is for you to ask a whole bunch of questions and the answers are in the videos that we record. But this is our YouTube channel. I'm going to give it to you all right now. I'm sending it out to everybody, so everybody kind of make sure you got it and put it down somewhere. That's our YouTube channel. That's the link to our YouTube channel. Okay? That's going to take you here. Okay? That is going to take you here, and you're going to be able to see all of our YouTube stuff. Okay? And these are all our channels, and they're loaded up here. Last one we did was the orientation. There it is right there. There's the orientation from last week. If you want to know about the stuff that we just talked about and those contracts and everything, go back and review this. And our videos are set up. Am I the only one that still sees Outlook? Hold up. Are you all not sharing my screens? Y'all can't see my screen? Let me see.
I can.
All right, so everyone else can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all see my YouTube channel, right?
I see it. Logistics.
Okay, yeah. So somebody just asked me, am I the only one still sees Outlook? Jamila Daniels. Okay, she just looked like she's tripping. Okay, all right. I know what you're seeing, but you know, I don't know. You might be. What state you from? You in one of those legalized states? I know y'all get up blazing in the morning, so because it's all legal and good. But you know, you might want to kind of lay off a little bit, drink a little bit of coffee, get that coffee in your system. You know what? She just answered me back, but I'm not even going to tell you what she said. I'm not even going to tell you what she said. If y'all are on here, you know what she said, but I'm not going to put it out. I'm not going to put it on blast like that. All right. But anyway, this is our YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel. And as you can see, when you go to our YouTube channel, it has all our videos. You can pull up our playlist. You can pull up all of our videos. Just click on videos, and it's going to pull them all up. These are all our videos, okay? We don't delete anything off, so you got some old stuff. You go way back to how we first started out, and look at our old platform, compare it to our new platform. You can see how that works. You see some stuff that I posted back when I was just starting out as a broker, when it was just me and building my platforms and stuff I was posting. You can see all that stuff, so you can see how we have progressed from then to now also too. But these are all our videos on YouTube. You can access them all. We never delete anything. We leave them all up there so that you all can go back and review them anytime you want. And they are in by the numerical Roman numerals. You got number 30. You got 20. Well, it both be 29. I don't know what that is. That's about it. Oh yeah, that's orientation. Okay, so the earn while you learn, you got number 30, you got 29, you got 28, you got 20. That's orientation. 27, 26, 20, 25. Get out here, get past all this other stuff. Earn while you learn 25, 24. So it's all in numerical order. We got some stuff sprinkled in with the orientations and some spot training and stuff like that too. And you got our things on, so it's all right there. All right. It's all right there. All right. So make sure you all go back and you review your videos, because a lot of you all are asking questions that can easily be answered if you watch the videos. So please take some time out to go and watch, or at least watch the last 4. The last 4 videos will pretty much catch you up on everything that we do. So make sure you go back and you watch those. All right, so that's our YouTube channel. All right. In fact, let me get out of this here real quick. Get back over to, all right. Make sure I cover all the concerns from the chat before we get into some training on Mr. Charles Mundy's load board. Before we get into load board training on the one that's provided by Charles Mundy, before we get into that load board training, are there any questions that anyone has had during the week that you need an answer to? Anybody? Let's cover some stuff real quick before we get into that, because this last hour we're gonna.
I had a quick question.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. As far as the Cash App, do we need to send that to an email or anything?
Send that back over to dispatch@RBBS.
Okay.
Send that to dispatch@RBBSTransfer.com, because that is that's where we process what.
Okay, the payment.
And your pay.
Okay.
That's payroll processing. So when you for those of you, if you notice, we send something out because everyone gets paid through our Cash App. Matter of fact, and thank you. I appreciate that question, because that reminds me to go ahead and put this out so that everyone can have the Cash App. So let me find that Cash App real quick, and I'll put it on here so everyone has it. Let me find that Cash App real quick. All right. Facebook page. Come on. It's running slow on me today. Here we go. Let me find the Cash App, and then I can share it with you all. But I'm glad you brought that up. Let me find it. Here we go. All right. This is the Cash App. All right, that's the Cash App. Make sure you all go and download that. Everybody has to have this. Okay. The only people who are exempt from getting paid this way is if you're out of the country, and your country does not accept this Cash App. You can't access this Cash App. If you're in a country where this is not allowed, or if it's not available, that is the only way you can opt out of this, being paid this way. And we are paid this way. Why? Because we have people who have invested money into our platform. Anytime you receive investments of more than $25,000, you're governed by the SEC, which is the Securities Exchange Commission, and you have to turn in what's called a corporate resolution, and that is basically your Bible of how you conduct business. And when you say that that's how you conduct business, that is how you have to conduct business, because if you fall outside of that and you conduct business any other way that's not provided in your corporate resolution, the SEC can drop the hammer on you and give you 5 years in prison for each infraction and $250,000 fine. Okay? Because they don't play when you're dealing with other people's money. When you use other people's money to build your business, and you have investors, you have shareholders, they get very serious about that. Okay, so this is why we will say we have to get paid a certain way, we have to pay you out a certain way. This is why we do things the way we do them. We try to stick to exactly what we do when we're supposed to do it. Okay, and this is why. Now, this Cash App is how you get paid. Download it. It is free. It's free. Download it. Okay? If you don't want to attach your bank account to it, that's understandable. Then order the free Square Cash debit card. Okay? So if you can't add your bank account to it, or if you don't do banks, you say, well, I keep my money under the mattress. I don't do banks. I don't trust banks. If you one of them conspiracy theorists that don't do banks, that's fine. Just get the free debit card and go use it like any other debit card. Okay? But those are this is the only way that you're gonna get paid. Okay, because this is how we get our pay from our carriers, from your carrier. When we invoice them, we send them a Square Cash invoice. They pay through the Square Cash invoice. We turn around and send you your half through the Square Cash app too. So we do everything the same way. And like Ms. Williams says, the card is very convenient. It is. Yes, ma'am, it is very convenient. Nice little black card. It looks good too. Nice little black card, but it's very convenient. So, order it. It's free. Come on. Just order it. So download and get the card and you're good to go. Okay? And that's how we pay you. And then when you get your cash tag name, send it over to dispatch at rbbstransport.com and say, my cash tag. Send us your cash tag so we have it all listed. And then that way when we get ready to pay you, they can just click on it, pop, pop, send you your little cash tag money. All you gotta do is click on it, pop, pop, and deposit your money, or you go right on your debit card and you head on to the mall, start shopping. All right, that's how it works. All right, but thanks for that on that question. Any more questions? Any other questions? Anybody else got another question? I think the same person. You had a few questions, right? You had a few questions. Now's the time to dump them out. We should have some questions on here, because I know I got a bunch of phone calls here this morning and yesterday and when I'm on the chat, y'all be asking questions left and right, but when we get here on Saturdays when it's time to ask the question, nobody got no questions. What's up?
Okay, so I have another question.
Okay.
I know you said something about later on in the future you were going to be adding like the auto.
Yeah.
Okay. Will that include like hot shots as well? Hot shotting?
That's what. Yeah. Auto hauling is not a hot shot load.
Okay.
That's probably about the only industry where hot shots can actually make a lot of money.
Okay.
Because it's easier to get them on the auto haul loads, because you're gonna have these car dealerships. So you can take a hot shot can pull a little 7-car trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They hook that little 7-car auto haul load trailer up to them dualies, and they can go pick up 7 cars. So if you got an auction like the one down in Fort Lauderdale that's not far from here, a driver on a weekend can go and pick up 7, 14. You can run about 3, 4 loads, in one weekend. So you can pick up a lot of cars. If you got an order from a car dealership, and that car dealership says, I've got 30 cars that need to be, if it's on a Thursday, say, well, I need them by Monday. That hot shot can get all them cars. If you got a 7-car hauler, he can go and grab all them cars between Thursday and Sunday and have them all dropped there at the dealership by Sunday. And that's a lot of money if we get that dealership up to paying $350 to $400 a car. That's a lot of money, and we get 20% of that. That hot shot driver is gonna make a ton of money. At $300 to $400 a car with 30 cars. See how that works? It's good money, man. Good money. All right. Next question. Before we get to the next question, and we're going to be doing that. That's why we're trying to get we have to get our carrier authority in place because of the legal structure of how we have to do it. Because you all are not brokers. 99% of you all are not brokers, so we can't operate in the auto haulers arena the way everyone else does. Because everyone else there is either brokers, carriers, or car dealers, and which we have to be one of those. So we're coming in as a carrier, and as a carrier is how we're going to get in, and then we're offering the service of negotiating the rates for the other carriers, and then they run them, and then they pay us like dispatchers. We can't get paid on the spread like the other brokers do because you all are not brokers. So in order for us to legally do this, we have to do it the right way. All right? So give us a minute to get our carrier authority in place. Once we get that in place, then we can go on there and get on that platform, and then we can start running those type of loads. Janice says, for some reason, Janice cannot see my, I don't know, Janice, why you can't see my, on my screen? I don't know. Are you on the computer, Janice, or are you on the phone? Okay, because I don't know why you can't see my screen. Everyone else can. I'm sharing, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm looking at the page right now that shows contract and agreements with the carrier dispatch service agreement and the broker. Is that where you are now?
So what screen are you trying to? Okay, so you're good. So what screen are you trying to see?
Yeah, no, that was before. I wasn't able to see the Cash app when you were talking about it. I wasn't able to see what you were.
Oh, you mean that right there?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but okay.
Yeah. All right. Are you looking in the little text section where we text stuff to you?
Yep.
Okay. You don't see that thing where it says Cash Me? Host, Calvin Butler?
Oh.
The HTTPS Cash Me? Yeah. I'm going to send it to you again. I'm going to put it out.
Okay, I see it.
All right, there we go. You see it?
I see it.
All right.
Yeah, because I kept getting kicked out of the recording for some reason, you know.
Okay.
I didn't realize it.
All right. Kenan says, can I send out a fax with the number we have? No, you cannot send out a fax. What you can do is you can receive a fax. The fax, the fax line is for receiving a fax. There's something called eFax. You can get that. I think they have a free version of it. Don't quote me on that, but I know there's something called eFax where you can get it. If it's not a free version, I think it's like $9.99 a month or something like that, that you can sign up for to be able to send faxes from your computer or from your email. It's called an eFax, where you can send an email just like you send a fax. You understand what I'm saying? You can give you a number and you send it. You put on your email and you send it out. But our fax is for receiving faxes. You can pass your number out, and individuals can send you that, can send you a fax, and then it'll be converted to an email and sent right to your email. All right. But while we're at it here, let's go over the group email. We have a group email. In case you all didn't know it, our shared group email is this email right here. This email address, again, is for you all to send emails out. Because the email address that we have for you all is a forwarding email only, which means emails come in when you give out your email address and someone sends you an email. It comes into the email, but you really can't send any emails out from that email address unless you get the paid version of it, which is like $5 per month. It's like $5.99 per month. If you want the version that gives you like 50 gigabytes or something like that, and you can both send and receive emails. We have a few of you that have opted in for that one where you can send and receive your emails who are paying that $5 per month. So if you want to opt into that, just send me a request through dispatch@rbbstransport.com that you want to get the $5 per month subscription to the full domain email account, and then we'll set that up for you, and then we'll put you on a $5 a month billing thing, and then you can have the where you can send and receive emails from one address. Another question is, can we text from our assigned? No, you can't text from your assigned number. Your number is an incoming forwarding number only. You give that number out to individuals who you want to give, because you have a toll-free number. That way you don't look unprofessional. But we give you those 2 toll-free numbers that you can pass out. You put them on your business card, and you put your extension on them. You can't send texts from them. You can receive calls from them, but you cannot send texts from them. Tony Wash says, here is the maximum RPM that we can go for. What are you talking about? Okay, go for it. Okay, I'm gonna read this, and maybe somebody can tell me if it makes sense to you, because I'm confused. Here is Tony Wash here. Okay, he's not breaking anything up. Tony Wash here. Okay, I got it. Is there a maximum RPM that we can go for? Some of my contacts are replying to me with $10, $11 requests or higher. Oh, you mean CPM? Okay, so I'm like, what in the world is the RPM? All right, I'm assuming you mean CPM, and maybe that was just no. That C ain't nowhere close to that R on your computer tab. So it wasn't a mistake, but anyway, what do you mean the maximum CPM that you can go for? I mean, if you can find loads that are paying high, then you find loads that are paying high. If you got people who are replying back to you saying they want $10 and $11 CPM, I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, for those of you who have children in the house, cover their ears right now. If you have children in the house, cover their ears. If you are very religious, cover your ears. But for those people that are asking you about that $10, $11 CPM, they're full of shit. Yeah. I know it, you know it, and they know it too. Because if they're asking for 11, and how are you contacting these people? If they're on the load boards, you know they're full of shit, because they know that ain't no loads on them load boards, on the general load boards like that. And if they got dedicated freight, then they ain't got no business being on the load board. You shouldn't even be able to even see them. And if they making that kind of money, why are they even contacting you? Why are they even responding to anything that you pull out? Okay, that's what they are. They full of shit, and I don't mind telling them that. I don't have time for people like that. If you want to play games, go down to Fun Station, go down to Chuck E. Cheese. You play all the games you want, but this is not the place to play games. And I don't mind telling a carrier that. I'm just telling you like it is. I do not mind telling a carrier that. If I got a carrier on the phone and he throwing me some of that bull, guess what? I'm gonna throw bull right back at him. All right? Because guess what? You ain't gonna get his business no way. Because if he starts out like this, he's already made up his mind that he's not gonna do business with you. So I could care less if I piss him off, if I make him upset, if I hurt his feelings. I could care less. Because I want to hurt his feelings, because I don't want him to call me no damn more. All right? In this business, you go with the people who are going with you, because that's where you're going to make your money. And everybody else, you can leave them in the dust. Forget about it. That's why when I'm on social media, if someone is saying something negative about one of my posts, I don't bother with them. I block them and keep moving. Because I'm doing me a favor, and I'm doing them a favor. They don't have to see my post anymore, and I don't have to listen to their bullshit anymore. That's just how I feel about it. Okay? All right. Next question, Mr. Danny De Castro. I have a guy contacting me about boat hauling. He moves boats. That is even more difficult than auto hauling, correct? Yeah, it is more difficult. We got a load right now. It's Charles Money and Miss Carolyn. That's the load that's paying that, right, Charles or Carolyn? That's the one that's paying the cash on delivery. Paying the COD. If I'm not mistaken, the carrier got there to pick the thing up they forgot to let us know or let the carrier know that the boat was still in the water. So the carrier went down there to get this boat, and it's still in the water. If y'all know anything about boats, it's a hassle getting the boat out of the water if you don't have the right equipment. Y'all know what I mean? So, it's already a hassle getting it up onto the carrier, the flatbed, or whatever you're going to put it on, but it's a hassle getting it out of the water if it's not already out the water. So, yeah, boat hauling is, it's a mess. All right. And you say, I can't see any loads for that on 123 load board. Would I have to deal with special permits, etc.? And would he be doing that? Yeah, you're not gonna find that on. You're gonna find boat loads on the regular load boards. There's one load board that I know of that's got a lot of boat loads on it, and it's called UShip. Okay, it's called uship.com, and that's with a U, not YOU. It's uship.com. I'm going to show you what it is. We actually have an account with UShip. Okay, I don't give y'all access to that for a reason. You're not going to make any money in it. That's why. Okay, I give you the address, and this is the address to UShip, but we don't really promote that because you ain't gonna make no money in it. Because it's basically is one of those sites where you go and the lowest bidder wins. That's what it is. It's one of those sites where it's for the general public. It's not for real shippers. It's not for people who are. It's for people that have items that they want to move, and they go on there and post. Here's what I got, and then everybody bids on it. Everybody goes in and says, well, I can do it for $3,000. Somebody else said, well, I can do it for $2,500. Somebody said, I can do it for $2,000. I can do it for $1,000. I can do it for $500. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make no money at that. You can't make no money at that because it's everything's bidding on the lowest. Not the highest price wins, the lowest price wins. So that's why we don't really use it. Okay, but it's called uship.com. You got a lot of boats on there. A lot of those that's running boats, and people come on there and say, yeah, I can move it, this is it, but they're all cutting your throat. They're all cutting the price. They're cutting your throat. It's one of those type of deals where you're not gonna make any money, so we don't promote it. All right. Hope I answered your question on that. But yeah, boat hauling is very difficult. It can be profitable if someone can come up with a platform and do it the right way. Now, that may be a hint to you. As Mr. Charles Monday has developed his platform for finding stuff, you might want to come up with a platform to promote boat hauling and gear it towards to where it's not so much as a cutthroat type thing where you got to bid for the lowest price, but make it more competitive like you do with centraldispatch.com with auto hauler. So that's just a little tad bit out there. Everybody that heard that, okay? Boat hauling is one of those areas that presents a unique opportunity. If you can develop a platform to where you can, offer that boat hauling for carriers, for dispatchers, for something like that, you have yourself something because there's really you have no competition. No one else is doing anything like that. So, I would take it on, but my hands are full. But that's what we do. We give you all some ideas as to work with stuff. So if that's a platform you want to look at trying to get into, do the initial legwork on it. Once you come up with something, you come over to us and ask us what our opinion is on it. And we'll, after you've done the initial legwork, don't come to us and get us to do it for you because I'm not going to do that. Okay? So don't come to me and say, hey, I want to do this boat hauling thing. I want to develop a platform. Then you just dump it in my lap. It don't work that way. Charles will tell you that. It don't work that way. You develop the concept. You go out, you put something together, and then you present what you put together to us, and then we'll tell you what we think about it. And then we will assist you on helping you to, train your thought process and help you and put you on the right track. as far as getting that done. Okay? All right. Justin just sent over something, a link. Here is the site. You can get carrier's phone, email address, then you can text them from your email. Okay, there you go. That's it right there. Data247.com. Let me redo this so you all can click on it. Because right now it's in a format that you can't click on it. Looks like. All right, here. Shoot. I'm trying to do this in a way that you can click on this, Justin, but it's not letting me highlight the thing the way I want to do it. All right, there we go. Now let's see. Let me put it in, and then we'll see how this works on the. But here it is. This is it right here. What Justin was talking about. Looks like a pretty good little site where you can get your phone calls and stuff. Give me a second, everybody. Give me a second, everybody. All right. I'm going to repost this so that you all can actually click on it. All right, there's the link right there that Justin just gave us. All right, thanks, Justin. All right. Any other questions? So we're approaching that last hour, and on this last hour, we want to get into load board training on charges on load board. All right. Are there a lot of loads for household? No. All right. Stop doing. All right. You can't touch household loads. You can't do it. You can't do it. Okay. You can't do it unless you become a household broker. Even if you have a bond right now as a regular freight broker, you can't do household goods. That's a totally separate type of business. It is a totally separate type of bond. It is a totally separate type of restrictions, rules, regulations. It is governed by a separate body within DOT and the Federal Motor Carriers Association. Why? Because you are dealing with individuals' property. Okay? And that is a totally separate thing. If you are a freight broker, if you are a dispatcher, you cannot touch household goods unless you have that type of bond, that type of insurance, that type of certification. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you got to do outside of the normal stuff you do that's totally separate from booking regular freight. Okay? You have to be an actual household goods broker. You have to be that is a designated separate thing that you have to do. All right? So, but we don't touch that. We don't do that because I was never bonded to do that. I never did that. I've never dealt in that area because that was not the area that I was licensed in or bonded in or insured in. So we can't give you any advice on that because it's not our expertise and it's something totally separate. Okay? So if you want to get involved in that, that's something separate you have to do outside of whatever everybody else is doing. All right?
Okay,
let's see here. Is there a fee for us to receive money from Cash App? Not for you, no.
Okay, great.
I don't think so. No, you get your debit card. Money goes into your debit card. When you send money, there's a fee. Yeah, we pay a fee when we send it, but no, not when you receive it. No. Well, I know my daughter don't pay the fees, and that's about the most communication I have with her through that Cash.
There is a fee if you have it sent directly to your account.
Oh yeah.
It's like a little.
To your bank account.
Yeah, a couple of cents or something.
Yeah, that's for like if you forward over to your account. But to have it go into your Cash App account, now if you got the debit card, I don't think there's a fee.
The debit card is free, so it's no fee with the debit card. And you use the debit card just like you do a regular debit card.
I know my daughter got the little debit card. You get my Cash App account. Your daughter has requested. Your daughter has requested. Your daughter has requested. But nah, but I'm happy and excited every time she sends me something because I just be glad to hear from her. I tell you, I'll pay you just to come by and spend some time with old dad. So, come hang out with me. That type of thing. But she's gotten to the point now where she's a young adult. And you know how it is when you're a young adult. You got the world is your oyster, and you want to go out and eat all the oysters you can eat. So, I understand that. I was once there myself, and but I'm glad to provide for it. I ain't got one daughter, so all y'all just send me stuff saying, "Daddy, I need it." I get that a lot. Daddy, I need. No, it's not. It's more so, Daddy. Yeah, Daddy, I need some. Daddy, I want. Stuff like that. But whatever she, I always try to, make sure she's taken care of and try to send them a whole lot more than she asked for. So, but anyway, all righty. Any more questions before we get into this low board training? Charles, are you there? Mr. Mundy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Come on down. What, this here in practice? What, the next contestant on the practice line. I'm running, all right, Charles. All right, Charles. All right. Let's get into Charles' load board. All right, this is Charles' load board, so he's going to kind of give us a brief little. If you go here in the back office area, you notice we give you some access to some load boards.
Is this next load?
Monday has one called Exodus. There we go. Bam! Let's click on that bad boy. Exodus.
Okay, now that with that website, it would not let me log into that website, and it was another one.
What, to Exodus?
Uh-huh.
It's not a website. The link
I meant the load.
Okay. Yeah, the username and password is like right. It should be right already in there.
Yeah, I copied and pasted into mine, but it wouldn't do it for some reason.
You copied and pasted something wrong because I'm in.
Hold on, let me try it again.
Because I'm in. I don't know what you copied and pasted, but I'm in.
The first question I would ask is, what browser are you using?
Yeah.
I tried Firefox and I did Chrome.
No, don't do Chrome. And I'm on Firefox.
Yeah, I tried Firefox afterwards.
Yeah, I'm on Firefox now. Matter of fact, on Firefox, once you go in, you can click remember my password, and I just click on it.
Yeah, I tested Chrome. You can do that in Chrome too. I tested it.
Yeah, but I'm using Firefox, and what you're seeing right now is the login from Firefox.
Right.
So it does work. It's something you're doing, or you're copying too much, or you're copying an extra space. Check to make sure all your spacing is filled in. Because sometimes you'll copy and paste something. You copy and paste like a extra space or two. So you have to make sure that your thing is deleted up to where it ends. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Or that's how I'm just some old man just rambling?
No, you're making perfect sense.
You know how you get your granddad and your old uncles, and they just be over there sitting in the corner, and y'all having a little family get together, and he be over there just rambling about stuff, and everybody looking like, man, what Uncle G is talking about? He's like, man, just shut up, because he ain't making no sense. All right, but hopefully we can get that straightened up. Okay, will we be able to just click on it? And yeah, you can click on the back office. All right, Charles. All right, this is Mr. Charles Mundy's load board that he has presented to us. Now remember, if any of you go out and you find a good load board and you present it to us, and you present it to the network, right? For us to put in the back office, we got a few more load boards that some people have sent over to us that we've got to get loaded up in the back office, and we hope to get them all loaded up this week. So, but anytime you want a load board that you want to load up in the back office, it has to be one that we don't already have there. Now, if it's one that we already have there, we're not going to have dueling load boards competition. Okay, so it has to be one that we don't already have. So if you've found a good load board that you have access to, that you created an account with, and you have your access to it, you want to share it with the network, present it to us. We'll put it in the back office network, and then that way, if anybody grabs any of your loads from your load board, guess what? You get 2.5% of the load fee when they book those loads, and when they drop those loads, and they get paid on those loads. So when they get paid on the loads, you get 2.5% of that load fee too. Good way to pick up some money. All right. Without further ado, I give you all Mr. Charles Monday.
All right.
Matter of fact, Charles, let me see if I can give you control of the here.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I can just have you click in certain areas.
Okay. I mean, I could give you host control if you need it.
I'm not sure if I'll be a good host. I had some bad training this morning. I was doing boxing and martial arts, and I actually broke one of my younger guys' arm by mistake this morning. So I got to deal with that later.
Okay. What, you had some bad training?
Yeah, I train guys in boxing and martial arts.
Oh, okay. You train people. Okay.
Yeah. One of the guys, I kind of hip tossed him too hard, and I landed on him and broke his arm.
Charles.
Yeah.
You're doing that, Charles.
I can't.
And hold on a second, everybody. Yeah, we just. Okay, but yeah, Charles, you can't be doing that. Be careful, when you're doing it, when you're doing that kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this load board training that Charles has presented to us. Now remember, any of you who are students, you can bring your own load boards in, as long as it's not a load board that we have in the back office already. As long as it's a load board that we don't already have there, because we're not going to have y'all in competition with each other. So you can bring a load board and present it to the network, and then we in turn will take that load board and put it in the back office area. So if anybody who books loads from your load board, guess what? You get 2.5% of that load fee when those loads get paid on. Okay? Also, all right, Charles.
Okay. So, Calvin, I can have you do the cursor, and I can just talk.
Okay.
I'm just going to give a high-end overview. Most people should know how to navigate it, in a sense. But the main thing I want them to be mindful of is the link under the where it says show additional search options. You see that link under the right there. So if you click that, then you're going to see something that says rate provided. See that little button that's at the bottom left-hand side? So if you click that, then it should highlight, now it's checked, right? So now if you do a new search, just leave everything else blank. Put your equipment type in as anything like a van, reefer, where it says any type, you can click that and select, just say dry van, right? And then leave everything else blank. Pick a pickup date. You can leave it partial pickup date. You can select a date like today or any day. Or if you want, you can leave it blank. That's another option. But as long as you have an equipment type in there, you're good. I just want to show you the results that show up.
Okay. And go ahead
now it's thinking right now. You see it down at the bottom?
Okay, cool. There we go.
Now you got 616 loads, right? Now if you click the rate, you can put it in numerical order as highest to low. There you go.
Check that out.
And it shows the cents per mile in parentheses under the rate, right? So you can get an idea of, what that cents per mile is. You ain't really got to do the math.
Awesome.
You can open up and get the details of it. Who to call, who to email.
Wow, this is pretty good.
Pretty standard load board. Then it gives you similar. Once you open up one, it'll give you similar loads to that specific load you opened up. You see?
Yeah. I see similar loads.
So you can kind of drill down a little further on a specific load that you looked at, or you can just focus on the load that you opened up, you know, and go from there. But the main thing I wanted to address was that go ahead. I hear some noise in the background.
They're trying to show how to use a load board of one of the other students that started at the same time I did.
Okay. So and then at the top you can hit, you know, back to results to get out of that.
Ask me.
And then if you want to get specific for a specific city, going out, origin, and a destination, then you just put, you know, you put your, like you do in any load board, you put your city in there. It'll actually fill it in for you as you type it in. So you go in there and type Houston or whatever, it'll give you see that, and you can just select it. Tallahassee. You can select your radius. You can select if you want to, you know, for deadhead purposes, you might have a carrier that don't want to go to no more than 50, 75 miles, so you just double click in the radius and select that, and then it'll actually do it in real time. As loads get booked, you'll notice in your load results there'll be a line drawn through that particular load, so you know for a fact that load is gone. You won't even have to worry about trying to call. That does it in real time.
That's good. That's real good, because that saves you a lot of time wasted.
Exactly. So
I want to make sure everybody heard that. He said that if there's a line drawn through the load, when you're looking at a load, that means that load is gone. It's no longer available. So that means that you don't have to sit there and actually call a broker or call the source to find out if that load is still available or not. Because if it's on here and there's no line drawn through it, there's a 99% chance that it's still available.
Right. Right, but the main thing that I wanted to stress was the additional search options feature and the rate provided under that option. Now you got other features in there, like you could say any company you want to select, which means any broker, any MC, and all that stuff. I usually leave that stuff blank because that's you know, if you're drilling down and just looking for specific companies, then you can do that. But you know, I want to do with all companies. So the main option that I select under that additional search options is I make sure that rate provided button is clicked and highlighted. So when I go back and get the results of my search, I'll see what the rates are.
Yeah, this is actually a great load board. Now there was another added feature to this load board, which kind of a separate link, wasn't it?
I had a different load board in addition to that one. It was a completely different platform. But I didn't submit it to you. Well, I talked to you about it a long time ago, but we didn't get it uploaded. Okay. I have also, in addition to this load board, for people who need loads, I have a DAT login, a 123 load board login, and a truck stop login. So,
so y'all heard that, right? So if you're looking for loads, if you have carriers that need a load, remember what his service is. You got the carrier, he'll find the load. Okay, you're still gonna make the same money that you always made because you're within our network. Because for the people who are within our network, it's really not costing you anything because we're paying for it. I'm paying for it out of my cut is what I pay Charles. He gets his money out of what I'm off of my hat, not off of your hat. So it's a free service to you all. But since you and Charles are both within our network, then I pay Charles out of my half. You all get that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, but that's great. I mean, this is a great load board, Charles. I mean, it is absolutely great. I'm going to be doing more stuff on it to get a whole lot better grasp on it. So the next time we do something on this, we'll get into a lot more extensive training. I mean, when you're looking at stuff like this and combined with the stuff that you get in other load boards, like a trucker path where they have the back hauls, which is a very big deal, finding back hauls. You know, somebody's got a loud little dog.
Yeah, 123 load board also has good backhaul options too, if you remember. You know,
Katrina, Charles, Miss Williams said she doesn't know what's preventing her from logging in. All right, let's handle this for you. Miss Williams, unmute yourself. Talk to me. Katira,
okay.
Katira.
Okay, I'm copying and I'm pasting everything into these these links.
Let's find out. Let's see what you got going on here.
Yeah, the username is right there.
Yep, I copy and paste that. I copy and paste the password as well, and nothing. I've tried Firefox and I've tried Google. I have not tried Internet Explorer.
I tell you what.
I got an option for you if you wouldn't mind. If you get a chance, download. If you want me to, I can remote into your computer and show you. Download TeamViewer. Yeah, download TeamViewer.com. I think it's version 13. And once you complete that, call my cell number, and I can show you afterwards.
Okay. You said, what is it called?
TeamViewer, one word. TeamViewer. TeamViewer.com.
Okay.
And it's a remote access. It's free. You can download it for free. I think it's version 13 as of Friday. Yeah. So, and then once you get it downloaded and installed, you'll give me the 9-digit user ID and the 4-digit code, and I'll come across and show you how to get onto that.
Okay.
All right. All right. Kenny just asked a question: do this load board have backhauls? All right. Do you know if it has backhauls, Charles, or not?
I'm not sure if it does, but when you contact the broker, that may be an option or a question that you can ask them at that point.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm going to be doing when I get one of this, that's some of the stuff that I'm going to be looking for. But if you do want to know which load board does have backhauls, go back to Trucker Path.
Right.
They provide you with that. So, and this is why we give you all access to many different load boards, because they're all going to have different strong points. And what we want you all to get used to is this: don't get so caught up on using one resource. Okay. Don't do that. That's how we kind of got caught up, and I was guilty of it too. I got kind of partial to one load board, but I've been using it for years and years and years. And I can't tell you the number of people who signed up to this load board because they saw us demonstrating it every week on YouTube, and we brought them more business than they can shake a stick at. Then they want to go and change their and want us to pay them more money. And then they want to tell our members that, no, we don't want you to use our load board. But even though we bought them all that new business. Can't tell you the number of students who've gone through our program that once they've graduated out of our program, went in and ordered and paid for their load board.
I got it.
Exactly. So, but we're not gonna mention any names. We're not gonna call them names or anything. But like my granddaddy used to always say, everything's all, well, I'm not gonna say that. But let's just put it this way. Let's just put it this way. He did not have a fond place in his heart for ungrateful. Well, I'm not gonna say the way he said it. Ungrateful individuals.
Politically correct.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, it had a lot. But his term had a lot to do with sons who did not have a father. So we just say it like that. All right. But anyway. But this is a great load board. I mean, it really is. It just goes to prove the fact that there are many different resources that we can use. Charles, is that your dog?
That's not my dog. I got Rottweilers.
Okay, I'm about to say, well, somebody got a little Chihuahua. He just going off. Who got the Chihuahua? If you got a Chihuahua, you might need to mute your mic. All right. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, But yeah, this is a great load board. I mean, I love this load board. It is a great load board. And this rate provided for those of you again. Now, this is a good load board for when you're looking for loads for your carriers, and your carrier has sent back their profile sheet. And let's say a carrier has told you that he wants loads that's paying what, $2.50 per mile. Now you know you got to look for loads that's paying more than $2.50 per mile. This is a great load board to do that from. Why? Because you have that rate feature here. You can click on it where it says rate provided. Click the rate, and what does it do? It gives you you click on it, and it's going to give you those rates. And it looks like it gives you the rates in the order of the highest paying rates.
Yeah, you can click that rate button back and forth.
Yeah.
It'll toggle back and forth between high and low, low and high.
Exactly. So there it is. Here's one that's paying $2.91 a mile, $2.39 a mile, and so on and so on. So you can look for those loads that are paying that high paying freight, if that's what you're looking for. And it gives you to it immediately. Also, I like the idea that it has this full load and partial load. But those of you who are looking for hot shot loads, pay attention. If you're looking for hot shot loads, you can click off the full load and pull up partial loads. Let's look at here and go from any to, let's say if you, Dallas, Texas. Loads going out of Dallas, Texas.
So like hot shot for the equipment type?
Yeah, let's go to hot shot. Another thing you can do, you can look for flatbed and just look for partial load. You know that, right?
Yeah, yep, that's right.
That'll qualify for what you call this too. So if you do that, and look, you can look for multiple. You can look for multiple equipment.
That's right.
You can put in hot shot, flatbed, whatever this is and that. Okay? And I'm thinking, hold on here. I wonder if you can't do multiple, can you do multiple destinations?
I don't think so.
Hold on. Let me see here.
Cause I've never tried it, so I'm not sure. But if you can do that, that'd be even better.
Nah. Well, hold up. No, you can't do multiple destinations. I can do Alabama, USA. Now, it's not going to let me do multiple destinations. So you can't do multiple destinations. All right.
I almost got excited there. You about to crack the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, hey, I'm just trying out stuff. You know how it is. All right. Let's try partial loads. Let's try full loads. They got nothing even from Dallas going to Alabama today. Wow.
Well, you put for Monday. You put for the 30th. So if you take the date out, it might just show.
Oh, that's probably what. Okay, that's right. I did put for the 30th. I'm looking ahead. Okay. All right. Let's see what they got for partial loads here. All right. Now, for those of you who are looking for hot shot loads, okay, if you put in partial loads, notice what it pulls up here. It's got flatbed and dry van, and these are partial loads. So if you're looking at that right there, it's flatbed and dry van, partial load. That's paying $1,091 a mile. And some of this stuff might work for hot shots. Here's one that's $1.84 per mile, 400 miles, and it's only 20,000 pounds. That'll work for a hot shot. Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
Well, a hot shot can pull anything under 26,000 pounds.
Right.
So if you're looking for hot shot loads, sometimes you can put in flatbed loads and put in partial. Put in partial load. You see, flatbed, step deck. All right. So a hot shot can pull that load. So this is just a way for you all to be able to effectively locate more hot shot loads if you've got carriers that needing those hot shot loads. You just got to figure out, and this is where training and knowledge comes in, because a lot of times you wouldn't quite associate a partial flatbed load with a hot shot. You may or may not make that connection, but now you do know that a flatbed in a partial load under 26,000 pounds, a hot shot can pull. So when you're looking for loads, then you can do that. All right. What about you don't accept under $2 per mile? Then don't offer under $2 per mile. Look for loads paying more than $2 per mile. That's why you got 6 or 7 direct load boards that we give you, and 91 plus free load boards that we give you access to. Somewhere on some of those resources, you're gonna find a load that's paying more than $2 per mile. Okay. Look, I don't think there's any other training platform out there that gives you all as much access to resources, tools, and support that you get here. If anybody disagrees with me with that, let me know right now.
Nope.
Okay, right. We've got a bunch of people over here that have paid good money for some of that other stuff that they offer. I'm being very nice. Okay, but people have paid good money. I mean, I've got a group of people on here right now who are brokers, and y'all know who y'all are, who are brokers, and they paid thousands of dollars to these other companies, and they didn't get a tenth of what we offer here.
Yeah.
I mean, as a group, I think it's about a group. We signed on about a group of 6 or 7 brokers. They all signed on from the one company, but they were all brokers, and they each paid thousands of dollars for other courses, and they didn't get a tenth of what we offer. Not a tenth. So, and this is the reason why we offer this to you all: the tools, the resources, the support, the training, all that stuff. We plug into a network where your network helps you make money. I mean, no one. There's not another platform out there like what we offer. Nowhere. You can look high, you can look low, you can look far, you can look wide. You ain't gonna find one like this. Now, am I tooting my own horn right now? You doggone right I am. Toot. Okay? Because we deserve it. Okay? We deserve it. We do a lot. We offer a lot. Hold up a second, you all. That's Mr. Michael Jones. He's one of the. Who's out here? Y'all know anything about? Hey, Mike. In the middle of our live broadcast. Yeah. Okay, all right. Right. All right. That was Mr. Michael Jones, one of my other business partners who helped me get access to the law firm that helped us to get all this stuff you all see started. He is also the other silent partner in who's going to be on our carrier authority. So with our carrier division. So he is going to be one of our partners on that as well. He owns a string of bail bonds here across the United States called Michael Jones bail bonds. You know, when you're in trouble, who you gonna call? Right? So it's nice to have a name like Mike Jones. So that was his little ad thing. You get bond out of jail, who you gonna call? Mike Jones. But that worked well for him, obviously. So, but anyway, if you're looking for loads that's paying a certain amount of money, somebody got a real bad noise from outside. You cancel that. If you're looking for loads that are paying over a certain amount of money, like I said, if they don't accept anything less than $2 per mile, don't look for anything less than $2 per mile. That's the reason why we do this like this. Let's say if you got someone that is leaving out of Dallas, Texas, and you want full loads, partial loads, all that type of stuff. And you pull this up, leave it on the 30th. If you got a carrier that's one load that's paying more than $2 per mile, leave it on the 30th. You're gonna click up here where it says rate, and you're only gonna take the loads that's paying more than $2 per mile. Now, in case y'all didn't notice something up here, do y'all see what I'm just looking? Y'all see what I'm looking at? Do y'all see what I'm looking at?
Yep, I see.
All right, y'all see that flatbed load that's going 121? It's 121 miles deadhead.
Yep.
Distance 569 miles.
Antler, Arkansas, Oklahoma.
11,000. That's a lot of them. Whatever it is, that's a lot of money.
Is that real?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's probably real.
$11,041.
I don't know what that is, but
wow.
It may be a misprint or maybe something, but whoever it is, they have an established credit line with Apex. You know what Apex is, right?
I don't.
Is it a factoring company?
Factoring company.
Exactly. So they have an established credit line with Apex. So if that load is real, y'all might want to do some research on that and jump on that bad boy. Somebody try to find somebody to run that load.
You ain't joking.
I mean, it's worth calling and doing a follow up on. Okay, I'm not even gonna say it, because as soon as we put this, because by the time this comes out tonight, you all should have followed up on this load.
Nice commission.
And remember where you got it from, Charles Monday. So if this load is real and one of y'all can run this load, that means Mr. Monday is gonna get 2.5% of what's that say?
11,041.
No. Go back.
Thousand. That's millions, man. That's million. That's not 1,000.
Yeah, that's probably.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all what that probably is. That is probably a dedicated contract for multiple years.
Wow.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? If those numbers are right, that is probably a dedicated contract for multiple loads running that route for multiple years. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
I can get used to that.
All right. Take for instance, they're probably putting that out there and saying, hey, we're looking for a carrier that can handle, you know, 300 or 100 loads per week, all leaving out of this destination, going to this destination. And your carrier has to be, X number of trucks. You have to have a carrier capacity of X number of trucks. Okay?
Right.
So,
yeah.
And it's probably a multiple year contract, 5 to a 10-year contract. And over the course of that 5 to 10-year contract, that's the kind of money you're going to make.
Keecher's in, by the way.
Huh?
I got Keecher logged in, by the way.
Okay, great. But this is probably what that is. So, you think that qualifies for your carrier that wants to make more than $2 per mile?
Definitely, absolutely.
All right. So now you see how this works. So let's say if you are someone like Charles who presents the load board, and someone comes along with you in our network, and you see this load, and you go out and someone like Miss Sharita Mitchell who may have a carrier group signed on that's got 100 plus trucks or whatever this and that, and she goes to that carrier and say, hey, I got an offer for you. I got a lead on a dedicated contract out of such and such Oklahoma. Run loads from there going down to Nashville, Tennessee. Now, let me tell you something. That carrier may be based in Alabama, but you think that carrier wouldn't consider relocating or establishing an operation out of Oklahoma just for that contract, if it means $11 million
Yes. Mm.
over the next 5 to 10 years,
Yep.
would that be worth opening up another division in another state, or moving the bulk of your carriers up there?
Yep.
For that type of money, yes.
Exactly. So,
Time for relocation.
exactly. So when I tell you that there are opportunities out here now see, here's the thing. I can't grab that load, even though I have carriers. I have a carrier network of about 315 carriers that I dispatch for, but I can't test that load, so that would be a conflict of interest.
Oh, broker.
I don't book loads from the same areas that you all have access to. Okay, so that's a conflict of interest. But this is the type of access that we give you all, and everything is about opportunity, and it's about and I was one of the things that billionaire and I used to talk about when I thought he was homeless, and I remember all of his conversations now like crazy. When I used to go out to the lake and talk with him, and I thought he was homeless, just like me. We were talking about business. I remember specifically him telling me about opportunities, and he told me, he said, "Look, as you're going through life, opportunities are all around you. So everyone that says, well, man, I can't seem to catch a break. I can't seem to do this. Everything doesn't seem to go my way. How come I couldn't get the same shots as which car got? How come I couldn't?" And the reason why is because you didn't place yourself in the path of opportunity. This is what he told me. He said, opportunities are around us every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Opportunities are all around us. But in order for you to take advantage of them, you've got to put yourself in the path of opportunity. And if you don't put yourself in the path of opportunity, then those opportunities are going to continue to do what? Pass you by. Until you place yourself in that path, they're going to continue to pass you by. Now, before you all got involved in this network, these type of loads were being offered. They're not offered like this all the time. But guess what? Today, we are doing what? Load board training. Today, we chose to highlight Charles Munder's load board. Today, we logged on to this site, this load board, and by putting ourselves where? In the path of opportunity, each of you have an opportunity now to do what? To land this type of contract. Am I making sense to you?
Absolutely.
You have to put yourself in the path of opportunity, and that's all our network does. Okay, that's one of the benefits, or one of the advantages of this type of platform, of a consulting and networking platform, is that we place you in the path of opportunities. But in order for you to get in that path, you got to do what? You got to work the system. You got to use the tools and resources. Don't get caught up on using just one resource. So just like we came across this load right here by happenstance, there are other loads on here that are probably like this, just as good as this, on this load board and on the other 901 plus load boards that we give you access to. So don't get so caught up on one load board or using just one source. Okay? Take some time to research each of the different sources. And this is why each week now we are doing a different load board training, so that we can give you all some insight on each one of the load boards, and hopefully you all would not get stuck on using just one of them. But this is one hell of a load. this is one hell of a load. This is one hell of a load posting. I would really advise you all to contact these people and see what's going on. Linda Brown says still can't get into the back office. This is a response. That's because they haven't approve your back office, what's it called yet. And they'll get to it. It'll probably, this is Saturday. Okay, this is Saturday. So if you're submitting stuff on Saturday, it's a nice day outside, it's sunny. Where them interns at? I'll let y'all tell me where they at, because I ain't got to answer that question. I mean, it's Saturday, beautiful outside,
Yes, sir.
There might be a couple of out here around the pool, but I guarantee you one thing, they ain't sitting in front of the computer right now. Okay, that's just how it is. Our leg work is done by interns. We cheat. All right, we cheat. We don't want to pay people to do our work. we want to give them a grade. So we got a bunch of people that work for grades right now. So, but I guarantee you this: if y'all book more freight, that could be changing. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Linda Brown says she has carriers. Great. So after this class, you should be able to sometime either after this class or during this class. But here, let me see if I can pull it up for you, Miss Brown. And if I can pull it up, I'll pull it up and I'll see if I can get you access in myself. Give me a second here. I gotta get out of this one. Let me get out of this one. Sign out of that one. Let me sign into the other one. I know y'all probably saying, how do I keep all this stuff in my head? Well, I don't. Okay, I have it in my system where I just click, point, click, point, click. I just have to know where to go. Okay, see if I can find you, Miss Brown. Linda Brown. Where is she at? Let's see if we can find you, Miss Brown. Let's see if we can find Miss Brown. Find your request. All right. Okay, there's Dorian. I see Dorian there. She did use the right email address. I recognize that email address. I'm gonna go ahead and approve that one. I know that's the email address that she used in the back office. To the other one is Mr. Spencer. Linda Brown, I don't see yours. Linda Brown, I don't see your request. What's your email address, Ms. Brown?
Every time I try to get in there, it tells me that it already has my email address.
It says it already has it?
Yes.
So obviously you already approved. You can't remember your password?
No, I can't remember the password.
Oh,
because it won't let me in with the one I saved.
Then I can't help you. I can't help you with the password. Hold on here. Let's see something. I can't help you with that now. Your password is your password for a reason.
Well, I saved it, and when I try to get in there, it tells me I'm not approved.
Give me a second. Oh, shoot. I might have to do this afterwards because I can't. Hold on here. What's your email address?
Linda.brown6354@yahoo.com.
Let me see if I got a request here from Linda.brown. I don't see that request.
There it is. You just passed it. Go back up.
Whoa. Go back up.
Passed it. Right there.
Oh, there it is right there. All right. And this is the same email address you used when you signed up?
Yep.
Okay, there it is. All right. And you've done orientation, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, it was just waiting for your orientation verification. All right, there we go. We got you approved now.
Okay.
But you all just got an insight as to what our interns have to do to get you all approved. They have to go through this. They have to verify your emails with the email address that you enrolled with, and this is the area of where all of you all's access to the back office is at, so where we can manage that. You can see we got a lot of students. A lot of students, a lot of students, as y'all can see that. But and it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, we literally have processed over 400 students into our back office area that have access to our back office area right now. So we have a lot of students. All right, so you should be able to get in now, Ms. Brown.
Thank you.
All right. Someone just sent me a private message. How do you work out to continue to get paid if you find a dedicated load for a truck? For example, the box truck that would do the same route daily. All right. Good question. Good question. All right. And we got about 20 minutes. Good question. Well, we got about 15 minutes. Good question. All right. And the reason why that is a great question, why? Because of this load that we have found here in Mr. Charles Mundy's site. Because let's say if you find a carrier who has enough trucks to run this load, all right, you want to make sure that you put together a different type of dispatch agreement. Okay? You want to make sure that that agreement spells out everything. This is not just going to be an agreement, this is going to be a contract. Okay? You've got to actually do a separate contract. Well, you don't have to, but it will be advisable. It will be to your best interest. It will be for your betterment and for your protection that you do an actual contract with that carrier, stating that you are the one who found them this load, and per the original standards and guidelines of the original dispatch agreement, you are to receive your 10% every time one of these loads are ran. Okay? So you would actually, what I would do is I would draft something. I have what's called rocketlawyer.com. It's about $39 per month. That's what I use, rocketlawyer.com. Or I go to the law firm and say, hey, I need a specific contract for this dedicated freight. And they put together a contract. So you actually have to draft an actual contract that's outside of your normal contract, because this obviously is a lot of money. Okay, $11 million over how many years it is that this contract would be for. That's a lot of money. So with that type of money on board, you're looking at your 10%, a 10% fee of that will be what? $1.1 million over the course of 11 years. Or 5 years, or 10 years, how long the contract is. If it's a 5-year contract, you break it down, that's how much money you're getting. Okay? But it's 10%. If the total contract is worth $11,041,149, that means your cut would be $1,100,000 and some odd cents over the entire contract. Okay? If you're doing this within our network, your cut would be $500,000 and some odd $1,000, $500,000 over the term of that contract. Charles Mundy's cut would be what, $50,000, Charles? Yeah, $225,000 over the course of that contract. Our cut would be $225,000 over the course of that contract. You see how that works out? But in a case like that, if one of you all were to land this and say, look, this is the contract that this load that we have. We're gonna go ahead. I've got a carrier that's gonna do this. Because you're still within our network, I would basically just go to the law firm and say, hey, I need a separate obligational and binding contract that will stand up in court to support this load that we need to enact. And before we do anything with them and that carrier would sign and agree to that contract. You understand? So that's how that will work. Did everyone catch that?
Yes.
All right. Because this is not your normal load. Okay, this is not your normal type thing. All right. All right. And remember, we found it here at what? Our operational training at the Earn While You Learn Freight Broker Trainer RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Okay, this is where we found this at. Okay, but yeah, great load board, Charles. Great load board. I love it. As you see here, some very, very nice loads. I'm not sure how long that's going to last on there, but it's on there now, so y'all might want to check that out and do some research on that to see what's going on with that. And if you got carriers, to see if you can, get some of that stuff going on. Here again, I don't see it on here again. There it is right there.
Here it is.
There it is again. I don't know why I had to click that. Looks like when I did that the third time, when I clicked that rate, Charles.
Yeah.
It looks like when you do the rate for the third time, it goes up to the highest CPM offered.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So if I click it the first time, it gives me the regular stuff. I click it the second time, it gives me like the highest, whatever. Then I click it the third time, it bumps way up.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at loads on here that's paying $8.82 per mile. And if y'all not seeing these other rates too, now I know that $19,400 per mile one got y'all attention. But look at these $8.82 a mile rates down here from Henderson, Texas to Jacksonville, Texas.
34 miles.
Hossboro, Indiana to Houston, Texas. $7.64 a mile. $314 miles paying $2,400. Look at this right here, $675 going 129 miles, $5.23 a mile. 95 miles paying $450, $4.74 a mile. 76 miles paying $350, $4.61 a mile. 155 miles paying $650, paying $4.19 a mile. Now, if you're looking for good paying freight, this is good paying freight. I don't care how you split it, cut it, slice it, dice it, whatever you want to call it. This is good paying freight.
Yeah.
This is good paying freight.
Yes, it is.
And if you all are not on this right now, if you all are not calling up your carriers, if you all are not, copying some of this stuff down and going to social media load boards and some of the other places and saying, hey, I got access to some good paying freight, give them some examples. Don't give them don't copy the exact stuff, but just put down, freight going 244 miles, flatbed, paying $900, $3.69 a mile. Freight going 168 miles, flatbed, $650, $300.87 a mile. Freight that's going just 34 miles, paying $300, $8.82 a mile. Freight that's going 314 miles, $2,400. Now that's believe it or not, other than that $11 million, that's one of the best paying loads on it. Why? Because it's not that long of a mile, but you're getting good payout for the run.
Right.
$2,400 for 314 miles?
Right.
Man, I'll make my living on freight like that. I'll make my career on freight like that.
Yeah.
Think about that. Now that's a good paying load. And if you ask the right questions, you may find out that it might be a repeat load or even a dedicated load.
Yeah.
All right. But if you're asking yourself, can you get access to good paying freight? Here's another one. 1,464 miles, paying $4,700. That's $3.21 per mile, but that's a good paying freight. Why? Because you're getting that lump sum of $4,700, man. And it's only going to take you a day and a half, 2 days to run that load. I have ran 1,500-mile loads by myself. I have ran 1,500-mile loads by myself.
Wow.
I had come all the way up from, around Rochester, New York, all the way down to Dallas, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth. I ran loads like that, man. Coming down out those mountains. I run them. I have ran loads from California. From California love. Yes. Nah, I wasn't rolling in my 6'4", but I was rolling in that Volvo truck. I have rode from California on I-10 down to Walt Disney World and back.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Ran them loads. I have ran them loads. Okay? From Cali down to Walt Disney World. Run them down there, pick up a load, and run it back up to Cali. Okay? But those are good paying loads. Those are good paying freight. Good paying freight. Good paying freight. Good runs. So if y'all looking for good loads. So now y'all see how Charles is finding all that good freight. But either way, if you're using his access, he's still gonna get his money. If you call him up and say, Charles, if you're lazy, and let's face it, most human beings are lazy. But a lot of it too, y'all got a lot going on, whatever. You may just be feeling kind of not in it today. So you know what? I'm just gonna call old Charles and give Charles a bunch of loads to go find for me. I'm gonna let him work for his money today. I'm just gonna sit back and let Charles bring me some loads. I'm pretty sure Charles won't mind. It ain't costing you nothing, right? So if that's what you want to do that. Charles not gonna mind.
Not at all.
You don't feel like finding loads. It's a Monday. You got about 5 carriers and looking for loads. You say, man, I ain't feeling it today. I blazed a little too much last night. I can't do it today. So I'm gonna call Charles and say, hey, Charles, I'm gonna send these loads. I'm gonna send these load requests over to you. See what you can find for me. I'm pretty sure Charles gonna jump right on it.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna jump right on it.
Yep,
all you gotta do is book with your carrier, go through the process. You're good to go. You're still gonna make your same money. I mean, our platform is pretty good. You're not gonna find another platform like this. All right. Unfortunately, we are getting close to our time. It's time for us to wrap this up. I think we covered some good ground today. Like I said, I know I'm not my normal self, and not to end on a sour note, but like I said, I do want to acknowledge the passing of my cousin. He was like a brother to me. We grew up together. So we grew up together. I mean, we were brothers. So, and I know his other brothers. I know how they're feeling. We all were a close knit group around there. We had another member of our crew that passed earlier this year. We were kind of like the little rascals of Dogtown. I don't know if y'all know what Dogtown is. If I want to look it up, Dogtown, Florida is like right there on the Georgia-Florida line in Gaston County, Florida is where a lot of the old Negro League baseball players used to play at. Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson, all those guys. They used to come down there to what's called Dodgers Ballpark right there at the corner of the Georgia-Florida line, what's called Dogtown. That ballpark still stands up there today. We keep it up and stuff, but it was a part of history. And me and my cousins, we used to go down there and we pretend to be certain players. Some, we get up to the steps. I'd be Satchel Paige, and somebody else say he be Jackie Robinson, somebody else step into the patient, and he be somebody else, you know. And we used to watch those guys. They come down about twice a month, and they play right there at the Dawson ballpark. So we used to get them. I mean, I'm old enough to remember those guys playing. And see, y'all don't know anything about that. Y'all young people, you know, y'all might not know anything about that, but that's the kind of times we had. You know, that's the kind of times we had. But anyway, but I say to you all right now, if there's anything you want to do in life, do it now. Okay? If there's anything you want to do in life, do it now. Because I promise you, you won't have a chance to do it when you're gone. Okay? That much I can promise you. So,
I totally agree.
Look at this, you know, if starting a business is what you want to do in life, do it now. If creating opportunities is what you want to do in life, do it now. If you want to go climb Mount Everest, if that's what you want to do in life, do it now. So if there's anything you want to do in life, do it now. All right. But anyway, that's about it. I want to thank you all for joining us today for our training. I want to thank our friends and people at Facebook. Hey, how y'all doing? I hadn't got about y'all. I see y'all up there. Y'all got that bird's eye view. Y'all up high looking down low over there on Facebook. So we are live on Facebook. I want to thank y'all for joining in every week also too. I know y'all hear them binging up there on Facebook. Before they chiming in up there on Facebook, they cutting up. They're showing out. But anyway, I thank you all. I appreciate you all every week. If you like what you see here, you like how we what we do, where we do, and how we do it. Every Saturday at 10:15, we invite the general public to come down here, sit in with us, bring your laptop, computer, log in. We'll show you how to book freight. They cost you a dime. We'll show you how to book freight. Now, if you want to join our platform and share in our tools and resources and things that we provide for our students, it's only $299.95. It's a one-time enrollment fee. After that, you have zero out-of-pocket expense. And then after that, for every load that you book, we share in that load fee. And that's how we make money. We only make money when you make money. But we plug into what you see here, all the stuff that we have going on in our back office, the load boards that we give you access to, the network that we do on Facebook in our private chat group. And I got to tell y'all, I got to give a shout out to that chat group. I got to give y'all a shout out because that chat group has developed into what we envision it to be. An area where you can go and you can share loads, you can share carriers, you can share information, you can network with each other, you can literally help each other out. That chat group is like a platform all by itself. It really is. And I am both proud, excited, and happy that it's developed the way it has. I'm glad to see that everyone on there is working positively to help each other. We started out with that chat group. It kind of went through its rough spot where we had some negative vibes on it. We got rid of those people. We got rid of that issue. And now that chat group runs the way it's supposed to, how it's supposed to, and it's doing a great job. And I want to give a shout out to those of you who use that chat group, who are on it every day, who are doing the things that you need to do to make that chat group work the way it was meant to work.
They working the hell out of me.
Well, you asked for it. I mean, be careful what you ask for, Charles.
my wife about to file for a divorce.
Hey, I told you this when you first started. And remember what I said, because we noticed that you were kind of taking that role. And I said, Charles, remember what I told you? I said, be careful now, because
yeah, man. I get no quality time, man. My wife.
Because I said, watch what's gonna happen now. I said, watch what's gonna happen, Charles. Yeah. If that's how you want to establish yourself, be careful what you ask for. But it's out there for you though. It's out there for the taking. Like I say, Charles has been doing this for around 60 days. He ain't been doing this for not a long time. 60 days. He came in just like brand new, fresh. Ex-truck driver, right, Charles?
Yep.
Yeah. So, and now he's sitting on the threshold of his own platform, developing his own platform that literally, basically has no competition. I don't know of any other platform out there like the one that he's proposing, like the one that he's like to sharing with you all now that he's kind of getting you all a preview of it. You all were like the test subjects for it, but there's nothing out there like it, and you all can develop your niches and things like that too. Like we mentioned before, if someone can come up with a platform for hot shots, that's something that you all might want to look into. You know, just little. There's all types of opportunities when it comes to this business. All types of opportunities. Okay? But anyway, let me get out of here. I've got about 3 minutes, but I appreciate you all. For those of you who want to join our platform, you can get at us on Facebook at the RBBS Logistics Learning Center on Facebook. You can also get at us on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com and look for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center on YouTube. Or you just put in Earn While You Learn Freight Broker Training, and it'll pull up our videos there. And you can link up with us if you want to join our platform on any one of our videos that says Earn While You Learn Freight Broker Training. Click on where it says More Info. You'll see the link that takes you right to our enrollment page where you can enroll for just $299.95 one-time enrollment fee. Or you can go to our website at that is THERBBSLLC.org. Upper left-hand corner when you click on Register Now. Upper left-hand corner, you'll see the link. Takes you over to us. Or give me a call, 866-973-6445, extension 2. You all have a great weekend. For the most part, I will see you all on Monday, because remember, after training on Saturdays right now, I'm pretty much going to be unavailable for phone calls, unless it's for recruiting. If you see me on the chat group, then yes, I will be available to answer some questions on the chat group if you happen to see me on there. But I've got to get ready for some things that we're getting ready to send my cousin on his way this weekend. So let me deal with that all for the rest of the weekend. But I thank you all. I appreciate you all, and you all have a great weekend. And we'll see you all next week. Right where? Same bat channel, same bat time. Thanks. You have a great day.